Hear ye. What is up, peeps? Welcome back to more coffee stories. Today we're talking about an accomplishment in the gaming space that I have never freaking seen before, and we may never see again, or at least not for quite some time. We are talking about a video game achievement that takes over 20,000 plus hours of die-hard dedicated work to actually achieve. And actually, it also takes around 1,600 plus days. We are talking about the first ever RuneScape Iron Man to actually reach max stats, max XP in every single skill in the game. And if you're not a RuneScape person, trust me, you probably want to hear this story as we are talking about young buck known as Iron Hyger. All right, he has done something that a lot of people would call downright nerdy, and you'd be okay in saying that because it takes a nerd to achieve something like this. That is 200 million XP. For non-RuneScape fans, 200 million XP is the max XP you can get per skill in the game. So every single skill he accomplished the maximum amount of XP. The crazy part about this, again, for all you non-RuneScape fans, an Iron Man account is completely self-sufficient. Every resource, every weapon, every armor piece, everything has to be gathered or made or found on your own. There's no grand exchange. There's no trading other players. There's no buying GP or gold to get things that you need. There's none of that. Everything is completely self-sufficient. You find it, you gather it, you do it by yourself, which means what this guy has done, I can't even begin to describe to you how crazy this guy is. So the Iron Man mode for old school RuneScape came out, I believe, in 2014. Now, the original old school RuneScape started in 2013, so Iron Man mode came out after that, around 2014, making this accomplishment nearly 8 years in the making. And when he finally did, guess what he got? A personalized message from Jagex, the whole world filled with GGs and congratulations, as he does deserve, saying, "Congratulations, Iron Hyger, for being the first Iron player to hit 200 million in every skill. Now you can finally play the game." The dude beat Iron Man is pretty much what we're talking about. And even more so when you dive into the stats of this play, as people have now been breaking down the actual timeline when he accomplished this between the game's release and the mode release, and when he accomplished this 1,624 days and 8 hours. Even more so, people have begun to break down the actual timeline of how much XP he had to gain, how many efficient hours he had to play. For non-rune gamers, he clicked those rocks, maintaining actions per minute of a maximum of 135k XP per hour for at least almost 1,500 hours. That was just mining. That was just 200 million mining, okay? For that one skill, he sat there with the highest actions per minute possible. Mining is one of those slower skills in the game, 1,500 hours just for one. And a lot of people saying, oh, that was like, that's nearly 4 years of 24 hours a day. Or some people saying, oh, that's got to be like 16 hours a day. I believe one of the actual closer breakdowns here, the game mode came out 8 years ago. He has 1,624 days of playtime. That's about 4.5 years. He has spent over 12 hours a day playing old school RuneScape for the last 8 years. If sleeping normally, so assuming 8 hours, that is 80% of every waking hour in the last 8 years. Part of you definitely needs help, but the part of me that's geeking out thinks this is one of the more insane achievements that I have ever covered, freaking ever. Like, I hope that some of you can describe how much madness this takes to accomplish what this guy did. And also, here's how far this reached. Here's how cool this is. When I covered this, CSGO pros, Apex pros, other gaming pros, RuneScape community is amazing. They all respond too. But NATO Sapphics, CS pro player, this achievement is estimated to be around 22,600, and that's going to be efficient hours played. So maximum efficient hours played. This Iron Man game mode has been out for 3,000 days. So this guy averaged around 10 to 12 hours per day if we assume he was 100% efficient. So whatever this guy was doing, he was doing it to the absolute max. It's like, I want to know what this guy does for a day job. It obviously does RuneScape. Like, a lot of people wondering, how do you keep this up? How do you eat? How do you survive? Do you shower? Do you sleep? And all I have for you, thanks to the community out there, is someone sent me this clip from in the game. This is all I have. That's what I got for you guys. All right. And of course, the personalized message from Jagex. It's like, I can't do this guy justice of what was actually accomplished. And I guess I'll go back to my main post as we usually do. You know, you guys obviously loved it. That's amazing. A lot of RuneScape responses, some Valorant guys. This is absolutely insane. He should get a personalized Iron Man icon, 100%. If Settled gets an in-game item, this guy should also. And I'm sure Jagex, they do great transparent work. I'm sure Jagex will give this guy something in-game. You got a lot of people responding about their stat breakdowns of how crazy this is. You got Foe. I always called him Fox, so to each their own. I believe Settled retweeted this. A ton of RuneScape OGs were responding to this, which I love. Getting level 99 is a hassle on RuneScape. This dude did it for every single skill, 20x over, essentially. Holy butts. Guys, the Val equivalent is like getting Radiant on every single agent, but you can't lose a single game. Otherwise, you'd have to start over. What the? This guy got roasted. Seems like a waste of time in life. Hey, it's not a crazy take, but you got to understand that's not going to go well here, all right? You're paying $8 a month to have 85 followers? Okay. Oh, Jesus, Jiminy. So that is one of the most insane RuneScape accomplishments I have probably ever covered. The first official Iron Man ever to break and get 200 million XP in every single skill in the game, essentially beating an Iron Man. It took him 1,624 days and 8 hours, of which he was playing a majority of each day. Absolutely insane. If there's an accomplishment like this, leave a comment down below. My DMs are always open. Till next time, take care. 4:01 p.m.